Hello, everyone, and welcome to the In My World podcast. Today we have a very special guest involved, and that is Middy. Middy is actually a fellow schoolmate. Well, we didn't actually go to the same school, but we went to similar schools, and we grew up together, and we actually knew each other from partying back in the day when we were both, having fun as teenagers, doing naughty things and
stressing out your parents.
Stevie B over here, coming home at all times of the night. But yeah, we actually met at some parties and today we wanted to just get you in and you've had an interesting 10 years, coming out of school. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, and we wanted to just dive into that a bit and explore your journey, your transformation and how you want to move forward.
So you know the story with the Nuggets. We have we ask everybody, what in the last sort of 12 to 18 months or so, what they've learned about life and what are the three big things. And we've got, just in our little pre-meeting here before, we've got the titles of those. And the first one is Don't Forget to Breathe. The second one is Purgatory, which I'm looking forward to hearing more about. And Don't Sweat the Small Stuff is the first one. So we're going to jump into the first one, which is Don't Forget to Breathe. What's that one about?
Basically is like a bit of context was like, fair few years ago, one of my mates were just having a chat, a few beers, and then he said to me, he's like, out of nowhere, he's like, man, it's so sad how some people just like sit there and they just literally forget to breathe. It's like they're just so stressed about everyday life and just like work and or whatever it can be. It's like just sit back for a minute or two and just literally breathe. Like and like I really thought about it for ages. I was like, don't really understand what he means, but then once I sat back and took a breath or two, like realised like how much everyone actually needs to sit back and just breathe, like yeah.
So you find it just like helps a fair bit with the stress for you?
Yeah, definitely. Like just to keep your head strong and just keep breathing. I mean, I know breathing's obviously automatic, but it's like a lot of even me, like I need to sometimes just sit there and think about my breathing and
So what parts of your life kept you so busy that made you go, hey, I need to stop to breathe? Obviously, there's obviously a lot that's been going on for you. What kind of things kept you busy for you to have to say that?
Stressed out meaning type thing. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, what's stressing you out? What keeps you built up?
Just partying, but not even realising it. And that was a massive struggle until I've realised now, like, how much of an impact that had on me negatively. And, like, I just thought it wasn't so negative as what it is now. Like, and it sucks that it's taken me this long to realise it. Like it's a bummer because I've missed out on 10 years of my life, hadn't even realised it. Like,
yeah, because back in the day when we were at parties and stuff like that, there was a fair few drugs flying around, and I'm sure after school it probably only got worse. What did that last 10 years look like for you in terms of drug use? Because I mean, you did mention that was an issue for you before.
Oh yeah, like after school, like sort of wasn't like was never forced on me or anything like that. It was off my own back. I wanted to dabble and that sort of thing, and then dabbling turns into like weekly and then turns into, it's all right, it's just after work or whatever, like a couple of days during the week, and then it just turns into flat rip, like redlining it, like, yeah. And you don't even realise like how like full on it can impact your life until like you get a big wake up call and think, look, mate, you need to pull your head in.
Yeah.
It's actually like people just assume, like, I just did a mental health first aid training course the other day. I was doing some instructing work, and when you look at the stats for drug and alcohol use, like people assume it's just young people, but some of the heaviest drinkers are people over 50.
Yeah.
Having 11 standard drinks in a session. Which the data, that's what it says, which is pretty
I think
hectic.
What's an even more hectic thing is a lot of people think that substance abuse and addiction, like it's just someone having a weak mind, but in reality, it's actually a mental illness. You know, when you're addicted to something, and I was addicted to certain things for 4 years, your whole brain actually rewires itself, so you can't function without it. So your brain physically changes. So it's a mental illness.
Yeah, it is.
It's a physical change in your head. So it's not just you being weak-minded.
No.
And yeah, how was that process for you, battling addiction, navigating that, and trying to come off it? How did you manage that, and how have you tried to manage that over the years?
Just as many distractions as I could, or as I can. Like, obviously still going through, like, trying to get over the addiction and that, which is bloody hard, but just keeping people around me that actually love me for me, and, like, that's a massive tick. And just doing